everyone, it's me, Krista. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If not, welcome for the very first time to my little art corner here on YouTube. Today we are doing Inktober Prompt 13. We are almost 2 weeks in. Yay! And today's prompt is Dune. I immediately thought of doing a very colorful, almost abstract landscape that has a bit of a desert feel to it. I kind of got sick of just doing black and white stuff, so I figured I would switch it up a little bit today. Just using a 4x6 Strathmore piece of watercolor postcard, and I got my pencil sketch in really quick, just using a BIC Mechanical Pencil. I then applied some blue for the sky. This was actually two different markers. One was a Copic marker that I have that's running a little dry, and then one was a Marabu one. Then I applied a couple of different purples on that one section to the left there and put a darker blue over it, and then I'm pulling in some very bright orange and yellow for certain sections of our dunes. I wanted to have some very bright colors, like I said earlier, and ones that intentionally contrast with each other. I wanted the oranges against the blue, and then the purple against the oranges as well. For some of the shading on the more orange sections, I am using a lighter purple and just pulling in a couple of lines there. I wanted the purple to be more of the shadow area and the orange to be more where the light would hit. For some darker shadows on top of the orange, I start pulling in my slightly darker purple. Now, also just having fun doing the lines and playing around. This was just a fun, easygoing piece. I just really enjoy playing with color. It's one of my favorite things to do. So far, how's everyone's Inktober going? We are getting closer to being halfway through. I know that's exciting for me. It can be a little stressful doing Inktober and trying to figure out how to plan everything around it, but I still enjoy it. I like the challenge, and I like just playing around. My favorite thing about creating is always the experimental part, so doing challenges like this helps me experiment a lot more than I would otherwise. But yeah, let me know if you guys are participating in Inktober, how far you've gotten, and what you've been making, and also what art supplies you've been using. Definitely want to know. But back to this project here, I've also been pulling in some white gel pen to get some highlights in and to add a little moon going on. I used my circle stencil to help out with that and used a white gel pen to get the outline, and I am using a white water-based paint marker, it's a Sharpie, in order to fill in the rest of it, being very careful trying to follow the outline that I have going on. I also pull in a black Faber-Castell liner, it's just a medium one, in order to darken up some of the lines I already had going on with the purples, and I also later pull in a brush tip one to make some thicker lines. I also wanted this one to have a very kind of graphic quality, almost a comic book looking thing going on. So that's why we've got some of the heavy lines, and I'm separating the colors as much as I am. I'm not trying to go for realism with this guy. I do have a tendency to get a little bummed this time of year when it starts getting colder and there's not as much daylight, so I like playing around with some bright, vibrant colors just because they cheer me up. This is actually my second attempt at doing this project. The first one wasn't going very well, I just kept messing up, and the sky ended up being black, and I just didn't care for it that way. I wanted the blue sky, so we started over. Second time definitely did not take as long, because I learned from my mistakes on the first one and applied it to this guy. I tried to do more lines in the areas that are closer to the viewer and less ones in the ones that are further away. I wanted that to help kind of push it back. I also used the highlights to push certain sections forward. It's the beautiful thing about using darkness and light is that you can kind of control where the viewer is looking. And this is the point where I start pulling in the brush tip Faber-Castell marker quite a bit more to create some thicker, darker lines and a little bit of shading. Then I start using my white gel pen to do quite a few little white dots in that sky to simulate stars. I also use it to outline the rest of the mountains to help pull them forward just that little bit more. And I just keep going until I'm happy with how it looks. We're pretty much done here. If you liked this video, please hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, feelings, concerns, or you want to let me know what you're doing for this Inktober, please let me know all about it in that comment section down below. If you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe. I am going to be doing Inktober projects for every day of October, so stay tuned if you want to see those. As always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day or night to watch this video and listen to me ramble. I greatly appreciate it. I look forward to hearing from you guys soon, and you will definitely be hearing from me soon. Bye, everybody!